Hello, everyone. I'm Andre Kachatorian with Gegard Mousasi. We'll be making his Bellator debut this Friday night in Connecticut at Bellator 185 against Alexander Shlemenko. Gegard, how are you today?
I'm good. Just doing a bunch of interviews, heading back to Connecticut, and cutting weight to make the fight.
Yeah. So last time you fought, a lot has changed in your life since then. On UFC 210 when you defeated Chris Weidman. Just take us through how you found this emotional roller coaster of changing from UFC to Bellator and everything that's happened throughout the last few months.
Well, after that fight, I knew there was time for contract negotiation. There's a 3-month period where you can negotiate with other parties. And it was, for me, it was a matter of waiting and see what the best offer was. I took the time off. I enjoyed myself. I had a little bit break. I was a busy year before. And now with Bellator, it's actually the media is more media interviews and obligations. So, they treated me well, so I'm trying to do my part, and that's to deliver with a good fight.
How is that like for you, doing more media obligations? You're basically one of the biggest fighters on the promotion right now. How is it like adjusting to that? Whereas in the UFC, you said yourself, it wasn't as much of a family as it is with Bellator.
Well, like with Bellator, I'm growing with it. They're pushing me, and I'm doing my best to do, don't sound like a crazy guy and put on a good fight. So,
yeah.
Like I said, I can grow and have the opportunities to go up maybe a division or do whatever, that's good for me, but also for Bellator. It's more of a partnership, I believe. So, it's going well.
So, let's talk about that last fight you had against Weidman. Do you think the way that fight ended had any bearing on your future at UFC and how things unraveled with Dana White? It was kind of controversial. A lot of people have been. Do you think that might have had anything to do with it?
No, because I think they asked that question to Dana, and he said himself that the fight was going my way. And,
yeah.
But, it wasn't in my hands, it was the end result, So the only truth, Weidman knows himself, but he will probably never tell why he did it or what was the real reason. So I think, I did my part. It's a win. I take it. So sometimes you beat a guy up, you lose a point deduction. I got a draw with Keith Jardine, So every time I win, how I win, I don't care, I take it.
Gegard, you talk about how you have so much more power and control at Bellator and at UFC, and you had 5 consecutive wins for UFC. Now you see that division. James St. Pierre comes out of nowhere. He has his title fight shot against Michael Bisping. How does that type of stuff that happens in the UFC impact your whole mindset on that promotion?
Well, I think they have their favorite fighters. First, he had to fight Dan Henderson. That was number 15. Now he had a break. He hasn't defended the belt for 1.5 years. Now he's defending it against GSP. So I think if those fights wouldn't have happened, I would have probably got my title shot. But, it's, with some fighters, they allow it. And all I need to do is win my fight, this one, and I'll get my fair shot at the title.
So let's talk about that fight coming up on Friday. Alexander Shlemenko, very experienced fighter. He's 56 wins in his career. What's your approach going into this fight?
Well, he has a lot of fights. He has a lot of experience, but the difference is he fights the same way as he did in his first fight. So he's a brawler. He's not the most technical striker, but he does crazy spinning back kicks and spits. So I have to be careful for that. But as experience, and I feel like who's the more smarter fighter, I will have to give the edge on me. Also physically, I will be the bigger, faster guy, and technically. So all I need to be is sharp and don't make any mistakes, and I should be able to go home with the victory.
So what's the biggest challenge been so far for you in terms of adjusting to Bellator?
Nothing much, It's the media stuff has been the same.
Yeah.
Everything is so far, it's the same. for me, it hasn't been a big different. It's a fight. It just, for me, it hasn't been really a different thing. I still have to fight. I have to go there, experience the venue. I've seen the venues of Bellator. They put a good fight, great shows. So I'm not expecting any problems.
Now, Gegard, Connecticut is halfway between Boston and New York, two cities with huge Armenian populations. You and I, both of us, what does it feel like walking in there with seeing all those Armenian flags supporting you? You fight under the Netherlands flag, but you got tons of Armenian supporters. What does that make you feel?
Well, like in social media, when I see how they follow me, it's a lot of. So a victory for me is a victory also for Armenians, and so it feels good. I appreciate it. So it makes me want to work harder and get the win, because I know if I win, people get happy for that, and for me it makes me happy. So for me, I have to do my job, and if I do it well, people get also proud of that. So that's my job.
So I've noticed during your walk-up, you have the song Ortak playing when you enter the octagon. What's the significance of that song to you?
I like the song. I felt it's a good walkout song. It represents my background a little bit, and so that's why I use it. Sometimes I use different music, but usually it's that one.
Any plans on helping bring Bellator to Armenia?
Well, I don't know how big MMA is in Armenia. If Bellator decides, Bellator has shows everywhere. I think I was visit Moscow last time, and there's a huge Armenian population there. And I think if Bellator would do a show there, it would definitely sell out, and a huge Armenian crowd would come to watch the fight.
Well, Gegard, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I know you've been very busy this week. Best of luck for you this coming week in the fight, Gegard.